Hello and welcome to First Draw. Today I've got a kind of a unique, interesting, fun cigar I want to share with you guys and showcase and highlight. It's made by Oscar Valderas and it is called the Island Gem. And it's a premium cigar. It's by definition, it's premium, right? Because it's long filler and it's hand rolled, but it's affordable. So it's not one of those high-end premiums that you have to buy and save for a special occasion. It's an everyday premium cigar. So let's cut it, torch it, take that first draw, and I'll tell you what I know about it. Real quick, it's known for that shaggy foot. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but they leave that kind of cut, and it's usually flared out real well. I've had this one for a little bit, so maybe it's dried, but usually it's flared out like a piece of carpet. But anyway, let's cut it. So right off the bat, I'm getting some sweet chocolate, almost a little bit of like just smooth creaminess, and just very easy. So you can tell this is in the Maduro. And let me tell you a little bit about this cigar and how I came across it. Okay, so again, this is the Island Gem. It's made by Oscar Valderas, and this is the torpedo, which you could already tell. And I found it by accident while I was out of town, and I stopped in a local shop, and this was just caught my eye because it's kind of funky. It's got that shaggy foot, and the label was cool, and it was in my price range, so I just gave it a shot. And then I really enjoyed it. I had it that night at the condo, and then I went back the next day, bought a couple more to bring home, and then since I've been home, I've gone to my local shop and bought some more of these, as well as some others by this manufacturer, and I'll tell you about those here in a second. I'm not getting any spice and no real leather, just chocolate and like sweet cream. So the details on this one, it's Mexican San Andreas wrapper. It's got a Honduran binder and Honduran long filler. So medium strength. It comes in a Connecticut and a barber pole as well. I haven't had those. I don't know if I'm in love with barber poles. I've had a few. Maybe I haven't had the right one. But in my opinion, they're not a good Connecticut nor a Maduro. So tell me if you think differently, and tell me which one to try if you've found one that's awesome. So the manufacturer says tasting notes you'll find on this one are chocolate, leather, cream, and sweet spice. And I'm certainly getting the chocolate and the sweet. No burn, no spice, no pepper. Just really, really good smoke. this retails for about $14 in most cities. Utah has a pretty high tobacco tax, so I paid closer to 20 for mine. But you can find them online at your online retailer, or probably in other cities that aren't so highly taxed, for around that $14, $15 mark. And I'd say it's worth a shot. So when I got home and I went to my local shop and I asked them about the Oscar Valderas line, they had great things to say about all of their products. And I'm going to show you some of the other ones I picked up just to try, because the tobacconist was just highly recommending some of these other ones. And they're fun. So you'll see that the marketing people for this company, they know what they're doing. They make them, they use catchy names, they use cool wraps, and it got me. So I tried, I've got 5 or 6, I think, here, and I'll tell you about those in a minute. So again, when I got home after the trip and I found this one on that trip, I dove into the line, got online, dove into the manufacturer and started looking up some other ones that they made. And there was one that caught my eye that I wanted, or yeah, I guess caught my attention, that I wanted to go search out, and it's called the Superfly. And so if you remember the old TV show and some of the old shows we grew up with, anyway, Superfly I thought was a pretty cool name. This one is the Connecticut, and they also make it in a Maduro. So I bought both, and I haven't tried either one yet. But so the notes on that one are, well, I guess they come in a Maduro and a Connecticut. So whatever you can expect from those. You know, Connecticut is probably going to be mild. Maduro is going to have a little more flavor, the chocolate notes and such. Then the other one that caught my eye was called the McFly. And this one, it's inspired by Back to the Future. So I thought, well, I got to try that one. The McFly is Honduran, Dominican, Nicaraguan tobacco covered in a Mexican San Andreas wrapper. So I'm looking forward to that one. Then the Cicerone. I've never had a Cicerone, but it's got this funky artwork on it. And the shop guys really loved this one. So it almost looks like a Picasso painting on the wrapper. And that one is Ecuadorian Habano wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. And if you don't know, Nicaraguan tobacco has a reputation for being potent tobacco. So I'm really interested in trying that one. Then some of the other cigars in this line that caught my eye is this one. So this is called The Leaf by Oscar Valderas. And it looks funky, right? Like you would think, who in the heck's gonna smoke that? But it's clever because it catches your eye. This is just a cover. So instead of cellophane, they wrap it in a piece of tobacco leaf. And then when you pull that off, you have your polished, nice cigar underneath there, fully finished. So really cool. That one is, this is called The Leaf Criollo, and it's a Honduran Maduro, but Criollo just means of Spanish descent. So I have had that one, and it was excellent. I bought a few of those because I really liked it so much. Still in the first third of this one. Loving it. It's not giving any weird aftertaste. It's very easy. Good morning smoke. The sun's coming up here in Utah. It's 9:20. So I got out, did my 3.5 mile walk. It's Sunday here. You can see the golfers are going already. And I wanted to get this video in before it got too hot. So what else? Oh, if you don't know, this is kind of a big announcement. I'm 3 weeks away from retiring. And if you haven't seen one of my other videos where I talked about my career in the fire service, I'm retiring in 3 weeks after 25 years of being a firefighter. And so I wanted to ask you guys, what is your recommendation for a celebration cigar? Maybe I have it in my humidor already. Maybe I'll go find it, depending on what you say. So today is July 12th. I'm officially retiring on August 1st, and then we're going on a round the country RV trip for a few months. But anyway, I thought it'd be fun to see what you guys recommend for a celebration retirement cigar. So leave me a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you've had the Island Gem or any of the other Oscar Valderas cigars. I'm going to wrap it up here and just enjoy the rest of this. Have a quiet Sunday. So thanks for coming along. This is First Draw Cigar Talk. We'll see you next time.